All right, here we are. It is hot out. It's still smoky. Um, I've been working this week without breaks. Basically, I start work at 4:20 in the morning and I work till 12:40 in the afternoon, and then I take my last break before I go home at 1 o'clock. So I'm kind of feeling it, and I've been doing that so that we're not made to do overtime. I check out how many trucks we have to get out, and I go, all right, well, buckle down and get through it. And I consider this to kind of be my overtime. This is fun overtime, talking to you guys. So if I seem a little tired, it's because for 3 days in a row, I've worked and not bothered taking a break or eating or anything, and I just go right through it. Just zone out and do it. No water, nothing for the most part. Today was nothing. It was just work. So yeah, there's that. I'd like to thank you guys though again for all the growth I've seen on the channel. I will thank you every time because it is good to, while I'm at work every now and then, run off and oh, hey, cool. And then it makes me feel better the rest of the day. All right, so awards. Awards for the 2018 season. Let me go ahead and put that up here. (2018) HG, THG. Award predictions. Remember, these are not scientific. Don't use these to wager in Vegas. These are simply my predictions. I'm going to start with the ones we're not all that concerned with and work my way up to the big ones. So GM of the year, I think, is going to be Steve Yzerman because the Lightning are going to get a lot better, I think, this year. And his ability to work around the cap and keep that core together is going to get him a lot of votes. Whether we agree or disagree with Chiarelli getting GM of the year, and I know there's a lot of people that don't, GM of the year is a popularity award. Mike Gillis won it once. It is your team wins, you get it. The Adams Award. So the Jack Adams Award for Coach of the Year, I'm giving it to Ken Hitchcock. Much the same as the GM Award. It is for the coach who's able to take a team that isn't any good and make them half decent again. And I think Dallas is going to get back into the mix, and I think Dallas is going to be in the playoffs, and I think that alone is going to get Ken Hitchcock a lot of votes. Plus, there's that whole fact that he is Ken Hitchcock. The Stanley Cup, and I'm reviewing this now because revealing this now because I already revealed it in a video a couple days ago. I think the Lightning are going to win it. And then the Conn Smythe Award for MVP, I say Victor Hedman, and I'm saying Victor Hedman for Brian Leetch reasons. Sometimes the guy who gets the award is the defenseman that is a horse out there on every single shift and leaves everything on the ice. That's Victor Hedman. While Kucherov would get consideration, Stamkos would get consideration. If they win the Stanley Cup, they need Stamkos in that lineup. And Vasilevsky will get consideration because, let's be honest, any team that wins the Stanley Cup, you have to have 4 good rounds from your goaltender. Don't have to be 4 great rounds, but at least 4 good rounds. And when you win 16 games as a goaltender, you'll get into the conversation for the Conn Smythe. That happens every year, minus a couple. The Selke Award for defensive forward, I'm going ahead and going on a limb and saying Michael Backlund will win it. He was 4th in voting this year. He's 27, so he's younger than the other 3 that were up there. So that's Bergeron, Kessler, and Koivu. I think if Calgary has another good year, and I think they will, I think Backlund's going to get into that conversation and win it. Because, again, he was 4th in voting. It's not like he wasn't getting votes. He got votes. He just wasn't on the ballot. Or the finalist. He wasn't one of the finalists. The Jennings Award. This, of course, is for lowest goals against average as a team. And I'm saying Devin Dubnyk and the Minnesota Wild will get that. I think the Wild are going to play some stingy hockey. And I think Dubnyk is going to be a man possessed with getting back to the Stanley Cup playoffs. I went back and forth on Dubnyk or Bobrovsky, and I could see either or. Matt Murray was tempting in Pittsburgh, but Pittsburgh isn't normally a goals against average great. And I think they're going to play an up-tempo fun style this year, and I think they're going to be probably 4th or 5th in the conversation. The Rocket Richard Trophy for most goals. The Blues, Vlad Tarasenko. it's his year. Ovechkin's kind of backed off. Crosby had the award this past season, but Crosby's all-around game is great, and I just think Tarasenko is due for 50. I think this is the year he gets 50. Calder Award, and I kind of went back and forth on this one. Clayton Keller. As much as the homer in me wants to say, oh, Brock Besser's going to be great, we don't know. Brock Besser's, had 4 goals in 9 games for Vancouver, and he was good. He was very good, but I know the one game I saw him in, I was like, he's kind of just one step off. Maybe this year he's not, but I think Keller is going to be fantastic. The Norris Trophy. A great injustice will be resolved. Erik Karlsson of the Ottawa Senators wins the Norris Trophy. He should have won it this year. Brent Burns, though, had so much mileage between the two of them built up by mid-season that there just wasn't enough room there for Karlsson to catch up. Do I think that's fair? No. If the vote had been taken after the playoffs, would Burns have won? No. But they don't take votes after the playoffs. Remember, these are done at the end of the regular season. Vezina Trophy. I really went back and forth on this. The Pittsburgh Penguins, I think, are going to be first in their division, and I think Matt Murray's going to get a lot of votes. Now, people are going to look back on the video I did where I talked about the 10 best goalies in the league, and that Matt Murray wasn't, at the top. Winning a Vezina Trophy is great. Winning the Vezina Trophy doesn't mean you're the best goalie overall. It means you had the best season. You put up the best numbers. Maybe you played behind the best team. And that's the argument that's been made about Braden Holtby for years. That, if Holtby played in Vancouver, his stats would be crap. If he played in Winnipeg, his stats would be crap. I don't know. All I know is the Vezina Trophy usually goes to a goalie who plays for one of the top-tier teams. Now we're down to the final 2. The Art Ross. Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, I think this year, wins the Art Ross Trophy. The number 1 player for points in the league. And I think it's going to be close. But I think he'll win it. I think Patrick Kane's going to have another good year, but I don't foresee him getting that close to Connor. And the Hart Trophy for league MVP, Sidney Crosby. And here's why. I like Connor McDavid better offensively, but in terms of an all-around player, there's nobody like Sid. Sidney Crosby's fantastic. And, I know he's got his detractors. I know there's a lot of people that don't like him, but I respect him and his game. Do I think he plays dirty sometimes? Yep. Do I think he takes a lot of abuse? Absolutely. But he's still MVP of the league when he's healthy. And I honestly think that's the way it goes. So, I may be wrong. You guys can tell me where I'm wrong in the comment section below. Let me know your picks. And no, I didn't put up the Lady Bing for sportsmanship, because sportsmanship is just, it's a weird trophy, and it's a strange trophy. It's usually just whoever has the least penalty minutes during the season. It could be Austin Matthews. Johnny Gaudreau could get it again. It is an award that I think players are proud of, but they'd rather have a Stanley Cup or one of these other awards. So I can't predict Lady Bing at all. Because to me, sportsmanship, okay, every team's got a guy who's really good. And I don't think, if a guy has a fight in a game, it doesn't mean he's a good sportsman. Like, it's just weird. It's strange. Let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And it's bloody hot today. And smoky out. And gross. But I'm still here talking to you guys wearing a hockey jersey. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.